Good evening. This is the Elliott Wave update for the S&P 500 for Thursday, February the 3rd, 2022. What a difference an earnings report makes. Today, the S&P also was caught into the downdraft created by Facebook's metaverse earnings yesterday and their forward guidance on cost over the next quarter, I believe, which is going to be tied into the corporate name change and all of the things that go along with that. In any case, the stock tanked. The stock continued to tank today and reached a low below 236, I believe, but ended up closing down $85, which is quite a big move for a stock that was priced as Facebook is. Well, that dragged down Google. That dragged down Amazon, leaving a very bad taste with everybody thinking that Amazon would not blow the doors off as everyone maybe thought or hoped it would. And so Amazon ends up closing down 235 at 2,777. And then came the earnings. The stock's initial blast was to 3,000. Eventually, the stock got up to nearly 3,400 before pulling back and then pulling back a little bit more. And then as we come into Globex, the buyers have stepped back in, but the market continues to just consolidate in this level. And Amazon's earnings were good for the base company, which does all the delivery and all the packaging, et cetera, et cetera. But the major story today from Amazon was the extreme increase of revenue within their web services division. That they have been talking about, and today came to fruition of the work and the changes and whatever they're implementing over there has now come into play. So the cloud services are definitely coming into play, as they did with Microsoft, as they have for Google, as they have for a lot of other companies. So what happened today was Amazon putting back into the market that positive tone about moving forward against that extreme negative tone that Facebook put in yesterday. Now, what does that do for our Elliott count and for the view that I have for the S&P? The view has not changed. What I've done today is I've added the count, and that we are in a minor C wave up, which will complete a intermediate wave 2, or as I have previously discussed, this would be intermediate wave A, and we would have an intermediate wave B. That intermediate wave B or the intermediate wave 2 can get up as close to that 4,808 high as it can as a wave 2, but as a wave B, it can go beyond and create new highs. So those possibilities are still out there. So within the minor wave C, we're going to have 5 waves of minute degree. As you remember, under Elliott, all C waves will consist of 5 waves. It is not dependent on direction. It's just that all C waves will be 5 waves. So within that, we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and today completed wave 4, and the blast is the perfect send-off and the perfect confirmation and support that wave 4 is complete, the advance is back on, and what we can now possibly expect moving forward from here. Now, I will grant you that the 4th wave was deeper than what I would expect from a 4th wave. But with the market conditions, with the negativity, with everything that was going on, that it all fit. It did not break any rules. Wave 1 finished at 44, 35, 36 into that area, and it got down to 44. So, or excuse me, got down to 44.62. So while it got close, And I think had the market had more time, it may have got closer, but the market closed. And the after hours, it started to continue to slide. And then Amazon reported, and that changed the whole tone. Now, minute wave 5 will also consist of 5 waves. They will be up. The rebound off of today's low did get us back up to the hourly 50. And I'm going to open this up. Please don't do that. Come on. Come on. It's going to do it anyway. All right, let me just come down to the 30 minutes so that I can show this. Here is the 50. So it came up and it touched the 50. It's gotten to it. It's bouncing back below it, but it's hovering pretty much right there. So it's maintaining above the 4 and the 20. All right, we got the 20 at 45.12. We got the 8 at 45.10. We got plenty of support coming off. If this little correction, if this is wave 1 of 5 and a wave 2 of 5, well, it could get down to 45.10, maybe a little bit below. What I don't really want it to see happen is that it comes down and breaks back below the 30-minute 50. So this is the 30-minute. We do have some other price support right here at 44.96. And then we have the 200 just below at 44.95. That should be enough support, or be enough to provide support for this small wave 2. If these don't hold, then I would suspect that that would be the case. A break below that 30-minute 200 will put a little bit pressure on the sell side to push through, and then we'd be looking at 44.70 down to 44.62. If wave 4 is still in progress, which I don't necessarily see at this stage, because this is kind of blasted right up through a lot of areas that tell me that this is a complete move, then we'd be looking at 44.46, still above 44.37, which is the good news. So I would be anticipating, though, for a continuation of the upside. So once we break above, cleanly break back above the 30-minute 50, and the hourly 50 is also sitting right there, then I would expect that we're going to get a little bit of pressure to the upside. We have price resistance at 45.34. We have additional at 45.40. We have additional on top of that at 45.44. So we have some price points that we need to exceed. We need to get above. And then we have resistance at 45.51. Now, wave 5 would definitely be expected to come up and take out and create a new high above 45.86. So what is the potential? I actually can just put this on right here, and we're going to take a look so I can get it clean. Come on, here. And we'll go up to this 5th wave up here, down to the 4th wave down here. 44.60, yes, good enough. So where we start to get overlap, we're looking for a 5th wave. Common for it to kind of come in at 62% of wave 3, but that puts us right below that high. Still, possibly could be the completion point. More likely, though, it would possibly get up to 100%, or even up here. It just needs to get above that high. So we have that 45.76, then we have the other high at 45.86. We have a resistance at 45.95, and then 46.10, and then 46.41 up to 46.51. And again, that previous high sits all the way up above at 48.08. A strong continuation in a wave 5. We could get up close. We could get up as high as 47.68, 47.30. So we have continued to have resistance points all the way up. And so, as I said, a wave 2 can retrace almost all of that previous wave one. And so wave one began at 48.08. So we can get pretty dang close. And I've seen it many times. So 47.68 is not out of the question. It's not out of the picture. Now, what I would anticipate once this intermediate wave two is complete is for an intermediate wave three to begin. And if this was the launch of a minor fifth wave, and we're looking at the launch of an intermediate wave three in the opposite direction, it's going to come on some disappointment. It's going to come on something that is going to drive the market to turn and to drop. And I would expect we're going to get a the speed at which the market rose today will be the speed that the market drops, in my estimation, at the beginning of a third wave. All right, not looking for that right now. We need to finish this upside move and complete the intermediate second wave. So continue to trade smart. We got plenty of resistance and we have support coming back off. I just would not want to see this market drop and break below 44.37. That would return the market to a negative mode and possibly put the finishing move of intermediate wave two right here. If it fails to take out that high and breaks back below 44.36 or 32, then that may be the choice that we have. And it would signify that the downside is picked up again in the form of an intermediate third wave down. Okay, this is where I'm going to leave it. Continue to trade smart, continue to trade using the moving averages. They really do guide our trades and they really do tell the story. And they should help to keep us in line with where the action's coming in. When we get our moving averages in alignment, which they're starting to, like we've crossed back above that 200, we get above the 50, and these other two, the 20, the 8, and the 4, are going to come up above that 50. We're in alignment to go up. And that's on the 30-minute chart. You can do the same on the hourly chart. You can do the same on the other time frames lower. Okay, that's it. Next update will be Thursday. Excuse me. Today is Thursday. The next update will be on Sunday, the 6th